Hello, Cougar fans, and welcome to the new year of Atlanta Central Sports, where myself and Mr. Burks sit down on the Atlanta Central Sports Network to discuss Atlanta Central sports each and every week. So, Coach, let's talk about the new year.
Yeah, so new year. Last year our theme was kind of a bunch of young kids playing, a bunch of inexperience. We told you that it was going to get better and just stick with the kids, and they would another year things would improve. This year the theme is completely different. This is going to be the year of the senior. You'll hear us mention it throughout the school year. The other day I was going through our list, and I think we're going to have over 30 different seniors this year doing different sports and activities. So if you've been a Cougar fan for the last few years, you're going to see the same players that you've been seeing, and it's going to be kind of a nice celebration. And our seniors is a great group of kids, and I know they'll do some big things. So come out and watch, and celebrate these kids that have been with us for 4 years.
Yeah, and the past it's always been just keep working, and then at the end of the year, get better for next year. Well, for us seniors, there is no next year, so now it's just time to grind it out and see what we can make of it.
For sure, it's your last chance to leave this place and make an impression.
Yep. So the first seniors starting it off are let's start off with high school volleyball.
Okay, so high school volleyball, they had 2 games last week. Both were at home, so that was kind of exciting. We had huge crowds. Unfortunately, we lost both of them. But they got another chance this week. They are actually on the road tomorrow, which is Thursday at Havana for the Mason County rivalry game. Should be a good one. And then we'll talk about next week, but we have Midwest Central coming to town next week for another Mason County game. So back-to-back opponents here, our county rivals. So it should be a fun little 2-game stretch.
Yeah, and in that first game, we were at both of them, and in the first game, we hung in there. We put up a fight, and second game we put up a fight, just didn't end in our favor.
Yeah, it was good, both great games, and like I said, it's a good environment in the gym. It was hot. That was the week where it was 100 degrees outside. So we'll start to have some wins, and I know we'll turn things around.
Yep. I'm ready to watch them. It's going to be a great time. Some of my friends are on there, so it's going to be fun. And I know we got a lot of high school golfers because a lot of them were gone yesterday.
Yeah, high school golf, another sport where, again, we're loaded with seniors. We started off the year with a couple wins against some opponents in some dual meets. Now we're starting to get into the bigger ones. I was talking with Coach Francis today. I know that Bailey Cruzy, Cooper Thomas, and Avery Higdon have all been leaders for us so far. So that's a good thing moving forward as we start, the conference season and the conference matchups where we need to, have all 4 golfers put up really good scores. To have 3 that have already led us in scoring is a good thing. So
yeah, I don't know much about golf, but I know those 3, dude. Every day they're always talking it up. And Cooper, I know he worked all summer.
Yeah, so, Cooper, he put in a lot of hours on the course, and that's going to lead to a great year for him.
Yeah, he's been talking it up a lot. So cross country has always been a big one for us.
Yes, cross country is actually going to be different this year. We won't have any high school cross country meets here in Mason City because we are co-oping at Delavan with the Panthers. First meet was last Saturday at Clinton under the lights, and it was a great meet for us. Our girls team actually finished in 4th place, and Elena Carker is our girl representative for that team. There's some great runners on there. Our times were great, and I think that's a team that's going to have a shot, to advance far in the postseason. We also are sending Zach Golden, a senior, and Riley Dom, a sophomore on the boys' side, and they're going to continue to improve. So wherever we're talking about cross country, we'll be talking about the Atlanta Central Delavan team, and it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and those 2 names that you just mentioned at the end, those 2 will come up. I know they came up a lot last year, and they're going to keep getting PRs, and everyone else will start getting new records and stuff like that. So we don't have a soccer team, but we do send kids over to Athens, right?
Yeah, we're sending 7 boys to Athens this year. Last year it was 3 or 4, depending on the day. Now it's 7. They've had a busy last few weeks. The heat kind of pushed a lot of their games back to later in the night, but they're on the road today. I think they're still looking for their first win, but we do have a lot of our boys that have contributed. I know Ryder Claypool had an assist in his first game of the year, first varsity start. David Bard played a ton last year. So we'll as they start playing conference games as well and get to a more normal schedule, we'll make sure you stay up to date with their schedule. But they're in a tournament right now. It's been bounced all over the place. But we're definitely sending 7 over there. And I know Athens is really happy with that. And we're building our program at the younger levels, and it's helping Athens out.
Yeah, and they all enjoy it, and I hope that kids see that coming up, and they say, oh, well, maybe I want to go and do that too.
Sure.
So
get you in shape for sure.
So that's it for high school. Let's move on into our middle school sports.
Yeah, middle school sports. Unfortunately, it's been a rough year outdoors so far. Last week we had to cancel everything at the middle school level. But we do have some stuff this week. Middle school softball is home on Thursday night, which is 8th grade night. So come on out. We have one 8th grader, Tatum Bruce. So we'll celebrate her on Thursday as we host New Berlin. Then baseball, just right across the yard back there. They're also hosting New Berlin at 4:30, so it's a chance to see both of them play. The baseball team, they actually have a bunch of 6th graders that are playing, so that's going to lead to some big things moving forward. We're still looking for our first win on the baseball side, but we've been much more competitive this year than we have in the past, so that's a good thing. And we have some winnable games coming up. Friday, the baseball team is actually at South Pekin, and I'm calling it right now. That's win number 1 of the year. I'm calling it right now. We're picking up a win over South Pekin. Going to start the Labor Day weekend off with a win. So.
Yeah, and I've been hanging in there with them all season, and there's a lot of good talent on there. It's just you got to put it all together.
For sure.
And we've been playing hard, and like you said about being inside, whether it's rain or whether it's heat, it sucks. And Coach Thomas says it all the time. It's hard to come back inside after being outside, and I'm sure on the softball it's the same. And running, I'm sure running isn't fun inside either.
It's been rough. We were all indoors last year. If you've driven by the school, you've seen the new addition project that started. I wish I would have been here last week because we could have got some more stuff done. But it was busy inside. It was tight inside, but they were still working hard, and now it's beautiful. So we'll get to go back outdoors and have some fun.
Yep, and we can move along from middle school sports.
Yes. Keeping with the theme of a busy Thursday, our cross-country team is going to host a meet on Thursday with 6 other schools that are here. So, if you want to stay right in the middle of the baseball and the softball field, you can watch cross-country run as well. We have a really good-sized middle school cross-country team with about 13 to 15. They obviously share kids with baseball and softball, so that impacts what they have. But we got some good runners at that level. They're another sport that kind of take a week off, so we'll see how they come back after that break. And then, we added a middle school golf team this year as well. They had a match yesterday at Four Willows here where we hosted, which is a really cool opportunity for us. I know we had some pretty good scores, but it was the first real regular season match for them. Their season's actually about ready to wrap up, so next week we'll preview what it's going to look like for them at sectionals.
Yeah, and middle school sports, we've talked about it last year. always the big numbers, and it's great to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I know our golf team has a lot of people too.
Yeah.
And Coach Solarite has been doing a great job with them. I've heard from multiple different parents and kids. And
that's going to be fun to see that program continue to build, because that's a good one.
Yeah, and it's good for them to be able to play golf at the middle school level.
Yep, definitely.
So that's it. The first one of a new year.
First one
of many more to come. And thank you guys for watching. And make sure to tune in next time for more Atlanta Central Cougar talk on the Atlanta Central Sports Network.